See, 1, 2, 3, and then again. Put it like over your head. So now we're going to do a little harder. You ready for this?
Go for it.
Ready?
Ouch.
What's up, guys? Time for another video. And I just hope I don't have to do this one over. And I don't like to use notes to organize my thoughts. I do fancy myself as a writer, and I write a lot of stuff, and I can almost argue that I can write shit better than making videos or even telling shit to my partner and jibber jabber in the ear every time a news article comes on. But if I were to, for example, anyway, to do a video based on, say, what I write, it's like I'm reading it to you and everything, and it'd be like some YouTubers I could mention in the past. Looks like they're just reading something off of a website. You wouldn't know the difference if I'm reading something off of some website or I wrote it myself or whatever the fuck. So anyway, without further ado and without all the jibber jabber, I'm going to talk about this year in review here and make my case for, like, one thing that you're wondering if it's part of the population is going to look for another damn excuse to exercise their violent nature. Well, the media will over-report one thing, keep right on, stick it in your face about one thing. For example, Capitol insurrection, you're still hearing about it, and you're still going to be hearing about it probably for the rest of this year or next year. And then the George Floyd thing, yeah, cops did break the law and caused his death, but yet underreport the massive, keep throwing and hammering your in your face and the news media, like Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666, the guy I subscribed to that actually talked about the satanic panic of the 1990s. Guy after my own heart, even though I'm not exactly, I can't say I'm exactly like him or agree with everything he says, but yeah, a guy after my own heart says his sarcasm's right there. But yeah, over-report one thing, they're still reporting it, but yet under-reporting the massive losses of people's livelihoods and businesses because of part of the population wanted to, what I call is whatever excuse they did it, even in places that were nowhere near Minnesota or whatever the heck, or whatever, I'd rather say whatever the hell or whatever the fuck, but not say it too loud and my neighbors in this neighborhood here, because I still have the nature originally from the neighborhood I used to be from, both black and white people, we had friends, so that's why I swear so much usually in my videos. But anyway, yeah, the shit that went on last year that had nothing to do with the incidents. And yes, there are things where SWAT teams got the wrong house. We understand that. And some of us, yes, we have friends that are both black or white. And there's an element, I'm talking about this, like, so I want to talk about the massive, like, with how a part of the population wants to be pretty much brazen, in a sense, where some people wanted to say on a certain level and use YouTube videos, gang stalking doesn't exist and doxing doesn't exist. But then there was a part of it you see that right out that's so brazen, right, even on TV and on YouTube. They didn't call it gang stalking, they call it doxing or whatever the fuck they keep calling it now. Like, say they don't like who you're voting for, and it was literally encouraged in a lot of damn places. Then now you have these like riots. Well, you got the Capitol riot and then a bigger riot that destroyed more than the recent tornadoes you're hearing about. But the excuse they had to do all kind of damn damage in cities that had nothing to do with it, without beating around the bush, raising their fist in the air or in everything else. And you understand, oh, a cop broke the law, but when they raise these people, that's just an excuse. Raising their fist in the air actually is, you get every other lowlife on the street joining in, and it's more like when they're raising their fist in the air, it's more like saying, power to Mr. Badass, power to Mr. King of the Streets Badass that drives around in cars, sells our drugs in his gang or his pals that are in their gangs and all of that pass and sell drugs. And down with the police, fuck the police, and fuck the people that have the nice houses and nice cars. Oh yeah, this is our chance now. This is our opportunity now. We got the world by the balls, and we got society by the balls. And now look at it now. It all fizzled out, and who knows if this shit will happen again. You know, you've got all these people that did their little marches in their glory, you know. They're back to their shitty little lives, you know, and everything else, you know. Probably thought that there was going to be some big revolution. And there was like I talk about that because seeing all your, like, shit on the news, it was pretty much like a flexing of power. It was these people that promoted this shit and incited this shit. Basically designed, when you're talking about towns that had nothing to damn do with it, designed to flex power and raise fists, you know, intimidate people with nice houses, nice cars. Fuck the police and fuck police brutality and all that, you know what I mean? But at the same time saying, the police ain't the law. However, yeah, fuck police brutality and all that, but, we're the law, and all our Mr. Badass King of the Streets buddies are the law. If you piss us off, we will do the same brutality and get our buddies after you and beat you up and we have the right to do all the things that we're accusing the police of. That's all the hell it is. When it goes too far, like in large ass masses like you were seeing on TV, and then the damn media's over-reporting one thing and then under-reporting another, and then wants everybody to just forget about it or whatever the hell. Well, the good thing about it is it all fizzled out now, and for a larger part, unless they find another excuse again, get some bunch of people in a crowd, get them all riled up and angry, and meanwhile somewhere later on, you know, in older reports, there's a however old that kid is now, you know, remember the one where your George Floyd died, right? And the thing that was underreported and they want us to forget, yeah, he did do some time in prison, that home invasion, threatened a pregnant woman and her unborn child. And yeah, the guy did his time and got out and got in trouble for counterfeiting. And well, the cops kind of screwed up and broke the law. Yeah, we're not disagreeing with that. And okay, so you got this kid now that, however many years ago to that's going to grow up, and he's going to be in school, however old the kid is now. Mom, who's this George Floyd that I'm hearing about? And that's the guy that broke into our house a bunch of years ago before you were born and threatened Mommy and Daddy with a gun, and even threatened you, you know, you weren't born yet, and he went to jail. He did his time, seeing the cops fucked up and caused his death, and they got prosecuted. A bunch of people were breaking things, and then the answer would be, Mom, then why is the teachers in school telling me to make this guy a hero? I mean, I understand that he didn't have to die and all that, happy horse shit, but, and I understand that the cops screw up in brutality and all that, but how come all those people did all that wrecking things and violence and marching and raising their fist in the air over him, and they don't seem to care about the life of you and me and all that? And then the parents gotta explain the nature of mob mentality, and then the parents have to explain to them the nature of dishonest media, and has to explain to the kid, yes, there is corrupt police, and there's better police. There's good towns and corrupt mayors and good mayors. mayors and authorities and cops that sell out. But yet, and there is racism, there is such thing as racism, but yet people that claim against racism, they're corrupt. They're just as corrupt as the corrupt police that they're cursing and all of that. And then the kid's head's probably who knows what that kid would grow up thinking. And in my personal opinion, mixed feelings. That I wonder if that I'd like to hope that that kid might become president someday, and if he grows up resenting a certain kind of mob mentality out there. Part of me almost has a smicker on my face. I hope the fuck that kid gets taught right and becomes president someday. But yeah, people, people are gonna be like saying, well, what I'm saying is there's like a gang stalking, a mob mentality, and an intimidation everywhere for certain opinions and all that stuff. And there's a thing about where history is written, right? And the two different things that happened last year, that's going to be written in history. The Capitol insurrection, which was a bunch of people taking things in their own hands, which was against the law. I wouldn't do it. Man, I ain't ruining my life for that shit. But then how many people wrecked and broke things? So much in the mass ride over the George Floyd thing, you're not going to be able to arrest all of them, and some of them it's going to be a slow day for the feds, and they might start, going through video footage and snagging a few people that were smashing things, and maybe arresting a few Antifa members that throw a few of their own to the wolves to save their own asses. So it's like, a lot of us are going to be watching this, how history is going to be written. Is that history going to be written through the eyes of the parents that were victim of a home invasion, and then through the eyes of a kid that grows up being told, whoa, yeah, this kid came in our house, and lucky you, mommy and daddy, and you weren't even dead before you were born because of this guy. It was scary, and cops fucked up, but yet people can use media to talk in pictures or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? They could underreport something. No different than a damn movie. Use certain footage, camera angles, embellish, exaggerate, and romanticize one thing while kind of pushing aside another and underreporting another. And then when somebody asks about this, then what about this? And, oh, that's just a lie. And then that's where peer pressure, doxing, and outcasting of people comes. Don't you dare question that, or you'll be an outcast or a criminal or racist or whatever the hell, Oh, and don't you dare be spreading around them YouTube videos with Brandon Tatum, the Officer Tatum, Young Ripper, and don't be talking about that black gentleman, Dr. Common Sense, that got banned from YouTube. That, oh yeah, you ban black people from certain social media for disagreeing with certain racial issues. Oh no, that ain't racism, is it? No. Oh no. Oh, shut up about that. Don't you dare be spreading around and glorifying certain good black people on YouTube that like to have another point of view. Or we'll get our protest gang with fists in the air and come in your house and beat you senseless. Yeah, don't you dare be looking for truth and making friends with these other black people with other point of views. Oh yeah, we can't have that. Yeah. So that's the whole year in review in a nutshell.